And before even I could answer, I broke down and I said, Swami, you saved our lives. He said, don't bend, hold my hand. In 2006, I had gone through a major road accident on my way from Prashant Nilayam to Whitefield. In the first instance, we survived the accident because when message was taken to Bhagwan, it was a Sunday morning, we were to just reach for the darshan in another half an hour before Whitefield. The fog and the driver, whatever. We had a head-on collision with a truck. So when the message was taken to Bhagwan, he said it in one line. Swami said, Gandam Dataru. They have overcome the obstacle. Means nothing. I had another teacher with me. But well, it was a difficult time. But Bhagwan's abundant grace combined with Dr. Sundaresh's medical expertise and the goodwill of all my students and Sathya Sai fraternity. I went through 2 major surgeries and there were hopes of my walking again. So after about 3 months in bed, I was now trying to take my baby steps on crutches. The accident occurred in February and this was May. When the end of May came, I had to seek Bhagwan's consent to join back work if he said so, or take another semesters off because I was still just about coping with the new changes in my life. So it was May 27th. All the teachers who had come, they took this special spot between Kalyan Mandap and Sai Ramesh, and Trai, waiting for Bhagwan to come around to grant them Pad Namaskar before the new semester started. It was a practice. Swami would give us blessings before we started the new semester. So for the first time now, I had to be sitting on a chair, not squatting. And that means end of the row, somewhere behind. So I was sitting on the chair with my crutches. Bhagwan came. He spoke to the then principal, created Vibhuti, told her to give it to each of us. Even as she finished giving to the first 2 people, he stopped her and said, Valemaindi accident aina valu. What happened to those 2 teachers who had the accident? Then she said, Swami, they are here. They have come for darshan today. So he looked for us. So the 2 of us walked. They said Swami was calling. There is a good distance, Swami's chair. And I was struggling to manage walking with my crutches. We reached face to face with him. And it was the first face to face after he had saved my life and showered such an amount of grace. So obviously, the minute I looked at Swami, and Swami asked me so lovingly, Ippudu etla undi? How are you all now? And before even I could answer, I broke down and I said, Swami, you saved our lives. We are alive today because of you. And even as I was sobbing and saying, with me was Kiran Bala ma'am, who had also met with the same accident. She had had a head injury. So she laid her head at Swami's feet to thank him because she was nearly gone and she came back to life. When she finished and raised her head, Swami said, Teesko. He told me, take namaskar. So with my crutches, because I can't leave my crutches, I'm still not off crutches. My feet won't hold me still. I bent to touch his feet. And that was the best of moments and the worst of moments, because here was Bhagwan granting me a namaskar and there was I, falling a few inches short of reaching his feet. I couldn't bend enough to reach. I was just there, but just couldn't reach it. And tears flowed down my eyes onto Swami's robe. But Bhagwan, the most gracious one that he is, he doesn't allow embarrassments. The minute he realized I was not reaching his feet, he said, "Bend cheyoddu, hand patko. Don't bend, hold my hand." And he raised his right hand. My eyes were clouded with tears that I couldn't see Swami's hand. I had to search for it. And then I held it for 2 seconds. That is one sparshan that will, the memory of which, the impact of which will go with me to the grave.